Hello and welcome. This is Wanjiro Space. I am Wanjiro Mungai. Last time we spoke to guys going to Form 1, and today I want us to talk to those that will be joining uni. Let me start by saying again, I'm very sorry that you missed your exam last year because it was, postponed indefinitely. But now we have been through the exam, and I want to say congratulations to all of you, to each one of you actually, because you each did your best. I know you've heard a lot about uni, especially the freedom part. So you may as well start the happy dance. So uni has many changes. You may know about some, you may not know about others. The first thing I want to tell you, which is I'm sure you'll be happy about, there'll be no more bells, So you'll be your own manager, you'll be your own boss. But this freedom may come at a cost. To begin with, accommodation may be a little tricky because I know most people would want to be housed by the uni they go to, but numbers have been skyrocketing. So a few will be in the school, others may go to private hostels, and yet others may commute from home. Whether you are commuting from home or being in the school, it will still mean that you manage your time because there will be no bell to tell you this is the time for this lesson or the other. For those commuting from home, this is Kenya, so we know our roads and how they operate. So you must give yourself ample time to get to school so you don't get to school late and you don't miss your classes. And even for that one who is in the school hostel, this is not high school where you go to one class, which you call your own. You have many classes, many lecture rooms, or the lecture hall. So you'll be moving from one class to another. Some classes are actually like 5 to 10 minutes of walking. So you have to give yourself also time to move from one class to the next. That calls for proper planning. The other thing, and I think you also know, is that the academic load now changes. You'll be doing term papers or just writing papers for the different classes that you attend. You will have cuts, sometimes unannounced. You'll have quizzes. You'll have group work. So the academic load changes and you have to change with the times. What else happens at the uni? I know there is this urge to compare yourself with the other people. Your looks, your way of dress, the phones that you have, the pocket money. Will this person like me? Will I be liked by the girls? Will I be liked by the boys? You will think about all those things. But I'll tell you something. A photocopy, no matter what kind of a copier you use, is always a photocopy. So when you're trying to copy somebody else, you're trying to be a copy of that person. So please, don't be under so much pressure to copy the other person. Be that original. So be yourself. Be happy with who you are and where you come from. About the phones, can you pick a call? Can you make one? Can you text? Can you receive M-Pesa? Can you send M-Pesa? Then you are okay. It does not have to be an iPhone. It does not have to be the S series, you know. So whichever phone you have, if it is functional, you are okay, no stress. When it comes to dressing, I know your friends are already telling you, now you're going to uni, you're under pressure again to up your game. You know, you have to buy new clothes. You know, you have to think about your hair. You know, you have to think about 1, 2, 3, 4. You do not have to be like the other person. You can be in jeans. You can be in sweatpants, sweatshirts, t-shirts, whatever code of dress that you want. It is okay. You think that you can rock an Oscar look, Grammy Award look, it is fine, because by the way, it is your life, your dress, your choice. So you are free. And I think those that have been through uni will tell you, they thought it was such a big deal to think about, what will I put on? Then they get there and realize, by the way, nobody cares. As long as you are covered, please, you must cover properly. As long as you are covered, nobody cares about the rest, because what you are being sent to do is to study, to make sure you go to class. That is what matters most, because your core business at the uni is to study and to grow. The pocket money, you are thinking yours is not as much as the other person's. You know, your parents care about you. So the much that they gave you, they factored in that you take breakfast, you take lunch, and you take dinner. So they know it is enough. But there's that urge to eat, you know, what others are eating. You can't have chicken every day, the burgers, I don't know what else you want to eat because now you're a university student. No. Because when you keep comparing yourself with the other people, you might do things that you may never have been prepared for. Looking for money in places that we do not want to tell you right now. So be content with what you have. I know there is that temptation to keep comparing yourself with the other students, but to be able to just feel, I'm okay the way I am, be comfortable with what your parents have given you. You do not have to be like so and so. You don't have to be like the other person. You are okay the way you are. Now, healthy habits. Which are these? We've just said that some people will be staying in private hostels or just rented accommodation where you'll be cooking for yourself. I know parents will buy you the meko because they want you to be comfortable. But tell me, will you promise to cook some balanced meal? I know not every day. Sometimes you also want to eat junk. Even the older people, they do. That is a fact. But ensure that at least 4 days in a week, you've eaten something healthy. The other thing that you must remember is sleep. 7 to 8 hours is good for you. Because when you sleep, you will wake up more, refreshed, more rejuvenated, especially during your exam time. That person who goes out for too long, they come late. Okay, hopefully that now by then curfew hours will have been gone. So if you go out for too long, you come and sleep for just 3 hours because you still want to read a little from 3 to 6. You'll not do that exam very well. But that person who reads and then rests for the whole night, they'll perform so well in that exam. So sleep is important because it makes you more healthy. I know they have told you this is a place where we have a lot of fun. And yes, fun is okay, but it has to be done in moderation. So this is a time to go out, yes, with your friends, to make new friends. Relationships, I know they are forming, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to know boundaries. This is also part of the healthy habits, because some people confuse what fun is. Fun does not have to be alcohol, does not have to be drugs, does not have to be sex. Fun is so many other things, and it has to be balanced. Because remember, again, your core business is to study. Manage your relationships very well, because you have those and the ones you shall leave behind at home, family, and your other friends. You must manage those relationships. Something else that you'll notice is that now you'll be meeting people from different communities. You have a chance to meet like a person from every other county, the 47 counties. Now you can meet people and learn their cultures as you teach them about yours. Even students from out of the country join unis. So you have a chance to learn cultural diversity. And I think it's a wonderful thing, so that you do not only know about your estate, your village, your community, you learn about the other people and learn how to live with other people. So that social growth is very important. Like if you came from out of Kenya and you find us, Kenyans love to eat ugali and fish. And how do we do it? Niyo ya mkono. Because how do you eat fish? With a fork or a spoon, for example? No, they have to know that that's how we enjoy our fish. Hiyo, kutoa bones. Yeah. And then you also learn something they don't do in their culture. Maybe it is offensive. And that way we shall be growing. At the university, there is a lot to learn. We have clubs, just like in high school, even better. Join those clubs, and that way you make very good friends, new friends, even from the older students. But because one might get carried away, key thing is priorities. Priorities, that one you must not forget. Do we have some tips about how we can cope with all these changes, the new environment, new teachers, new way of doing things, because the curriculum at the university is different? There are some. Let's look at them. Now, we've just said that there is so much happening at the same time. You can get overwhelmed. You can get nervous. My advice, allow that nervousness. Embrace it. Because you can't run away from reality sometimes. But sooner you learn that you shall cope. It happens when you are new at the uni. Number 2, we've said you have term papers to write, cards to do, group work. You have to go out, because again, you're not an island. You're a social being. You must mix with the other people. That balance can be tricky. So you really need to do time management to be able to balance between schoolwork and your social life. That balance has to be felt. Because if you don't, you might find yourself in a lot of trouble, because when you don't balance your academic life and the social life, you will neglect that side of what took you to the uni, and soon you could be out of the university. Why? They discontinue you for failing some units or for not taking some units, because you had so much fun and you forgot to go to class. Imagine that. There was this kid, or let me call him a young man. He went to a certain uni, and they would have this bus every other week to take them to some trip. And he would hop into that bus without asking where it was going. He only knew when he got to the destination. The only thing he cared about was his money for food and whatever he drank. So he didn't realize what he had gotten himself into until he found himself before a disciplinary committee. And he was asked, "Young man, what happened?" And he told the truth, that he went to every trip. Is it hockey? Is it rugby? Is it drama? Is it singing? Anything. So he was asked, "Do you really know why you came here?" Then it hit him. "Oh yes, I am a student. I came to study." But the truth will always set you free, because for these ones, he was excused. But you know what? Don't allow yourself to fall in a similar trap. You may not be as lucky as that boy, because he was allowed to continue and to finish his studies. What is the other thing we can do to help us cope better? This world is not for perfection. Allow yourself to make some mistakes, because you are human. If you fail in one unit, it's not the end of the world. Learn from that mistake, grow from your mistakes, and do better next time. It doesn't have to be exams alone, any other issue about your life. The other thing that we can do is to understand that in unis, we have some free resources that students never find out about. Some are paid for, but again, they are not well utilized. Think about the library. You will pay a library fee, but some students never set foot in that library. And you know what? That is where you get a very rich resource for whatever academic load you need, because it will help you to do your term papers better, your cards better, even your exams better. You prepare better if you are a regular in the library. Another one that people may never find out is that there is a computer lab in their school. Make use of those resources. Then, professors do not have to come to school every day. They come when they have lectures or when they have to prepare their lessons. But one thing they do, and they are keen on it, is they have consultation hours. Make use of that time, because it is free. Talk to that professor and ask him about things you did not understand fully. The other thing, the going at the university may get a bit tough, especially in the beginning. And you're thinking, "Oh, if I tell so-and-so, they'll think I'm weak, they'll think I'm not ABCD. The counselor will not judge you, and counseling in school is free. Make use of that chance. And that way, you just might find your balance of school and social life. Yes. And you'll just get better at the uni life. We shall keep repeating this one about studying. You don't just study hard, you study smart. But most importantly, do not forget to go to class. And you're thinking, "Wanjiro, how can I forget to go to class? I know I'm a student." Yes, because some people forget. And why do they forget? They are carried away by all the fun happening And then they realize, oh my God, it's Monday morning. No, not morning. It's actually afternoon and I'm still sleeping. You've missed your classes because they told you drinking is okay. So you've had one too many for the road. It won't work if that is how you're going to make it. So remember to attend classes. Because again, another hint, professors give those hints about their exams during class time. So if you're missing classes all the time, your classmate may not be too kind to tell you what happened, and so you'll miss your A or B because you went out too long and forgot there was school happening. Lastly, no matter how you think the going is getting tough, do not give up, because this is an experience of a lifetime. There is no other institution of learning after uni, because even for your master's degree, it is uni. Your PhD, it is uni. So indeed, it is the highest institution of learning in the land. Make it count. You have my best wishes at the uni. I think I'll stop here today. Do not forget to subscribe. Please leave a comment and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, bye-bye.